so much respect for each other. They don't want to do this, and I don't know. They want to save Falcon for later.
Maybe. I'm sad that we're not being treated to the Falcon. To be honest.
Me too. Honestly, I agree with you.
I would love to see the Falcon. Because they're both so quick. And I think that the last time they Falcon Ditto, game number 1 went to last stock. Game number 2, though, was so in favor of Boom.
3, 2, 1, go!
That was then. This is now. Winners Finals and Hitstun 5. Zero versus SuPeRbOoMfAn. Are you kidding me? Are you joking?
So Zero's brown Samus and Boom is green.
Makes sense. Is that brown? I always thought this was like magenta.
I see it as brown. You're saying it's a dark red, dark...
Like a dark purple red.
Zero with the first stock there.
Yeah.
Getting a full charge, finally.
He's seeing red, for sure.
Like Chevelle.
I'll be honest, man. I actually, you know, especially because this is a bit of a, it feels almost like an exhibition of sorts. I honestly just despise green Samus.
I agree with you. That's not a great color.
It's like C6 Samus, you know? No upgrades. Just like, man, get on a boat was a mistake.
How do you feel about pink Samus?
I like pink Samus.
Okay.
A little bit of flair. Go with it. I think it's OG Samus, pink Samus, and then magenta brown, whatever you want to call it, Samus, and then green Samus.
Interesting ranking. I would put magenta Samus first, so I'm with Zero on this one.
Really?
Yeah. Brown Samus.
I like that gaudy orange, you know?
It is the classic Samus color, right?
Yeah, look at it. You know exactly what you're getting into.
Interesting little spacing there from Zero, or not Zero, Boom, who's moving along the bottom. I'm trying to stay right underneath Zero.
Now, one thing that we've seen, especially whenever Cobra was playing earlier, just how pivotal those back airs are. Especially as a spacing tool, as a KO option, I think that's one of Samus's best moves. If not the best move in her entire kit. You're seeing Zero now, prodding away with it. Back air now from Boom. Oh, wow. That was unexpected, to say the least. And that was expected, to say the least.
That was expected.
So Boom taking game number 1 over Zero. Samus Ditto. It happened. It was a thing.
Let's see what we're treated to next.
Hey, man.
So it looks like Boom is staying Samus. And, okay. We saw Samus Pikachu earlier, and we saw Samus lose.
Yeah, it's not fun for Samus, to say the least.
So Boom giving Zero a little bit of an advantage matchup-wise, and Zero says, okay, I'll take that.
I'll take that in spades. I know Zero definitely renowned for that Falcon play, but his Pikachu is nothing to sneeze at. Certainly a great character, especially when he tries to play a little bit more methodical than he typically does.
Oh, great nair.
Nice. Clean aerial, taking that initial stock. Getting that early value, you know, it's important.
Bit of flash from Zero.
And interesting from Boom, you see that he's actually charging the charge shot as a bait to make Zero approach.
Right.
And that makes it so even though he's behind, Zero is not dictating the pace of the game.
We saw it again, just the baiting of the charge shot.
Back air, easy. And now Boom, even though he was using the bait, using the charge shot to essentially fake the control of the game, it feels like he's back in control of the game with the stock equalizer. Oh, I almost expected a grab there, to be frank. Like into a back throw.
Sure. But that's why Boom's Boom.
That's true. He's like, you know, I could get this free damage here. I'll take it. Every day of the week. And Zero certainly will be taking the aerial to take the stock.
Still baiting.
Yeah, this is one of those matchups that, it's one where you might, you know, some matchups it's like get your popcorn ready and pop that as fast as you can. This is more so like, all right, call your butler, prepare the 3-course meal, you know, get some dessert. You know, it's a match that's gonna last you until dessert, right?
Shout out to Hammerheart if he's watching. I don't know if he is, but great Samus main. Up and running.
Zero's trying to take note of Boom's very aggressive habits as he's recovering, so he's more inclined to use that shield. And just look at how patiently both of these players are really approaching this matchup. Zero tried to approach from above, and Boom saw that as the opportunity to pull the trigger with that screw attack. Oh, downers for days. Good throw. Oh, wow, Zero. Getting a little tripped up, it seems like. Near the end there. Still a little bit of a delayed death, if you will. But still working out regardless. Zero now. Simply needs to take the stock to get one on the board. Great DI from him. Did you see that Boom was trying to go for a down air? Zero died really hard, expecting the option to make sure he landed in the stage. Ends up taking the game. Now, I cannot stress this enough on how tough a matchup this is for Samus. So for Boom to make it as close as it was pretty remarkable.
Right. Boom is an impressive player, but now we get the Pika Dittos, and Boom is, I think, calling out Zero's Pika right here. Some people don't think as highly of Zero's Pika as I do, I think, at least. So let's see how correct they are.
I mean, it's solid, for sure. I think it's a Pikachu that he could easily win any tournament in Texas, right?
Yeah.
And probably any tournament in the region with. But personally, I feel like his Falcon is just a couple notches above. So whenever it comes to a larger scale tournament, that's whenever he, I think, probably needs to focus primarily on the Falcon. But hey, some of those matchups, Pika just helps so immensely. It's a good matchup spread for whenever you have the option of playing either Falcon or Pikachu.
Right, that covers everything.
It's nice.
Except for maybe Yoshi? No, Falcon covers Yoshi.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, have you seen Zero versus some of the best Yoshis in the world? It's pretty brutal, man. I feel like Zero on Falcon, that's the original meteor to like end the dinosaurs, man. That was a bigger blow to dinosaurs than Jurassic Park 3. And let me tell you, that's a lot. That was just not a good film.
That was a heavy blow. All right, so Boom take the first stock.
See how much longer he can hold on to the stock for. I honestly think it's very realistic that Boom is able to get a little bit more, maybe even take the stock from this position, and off to a great start. What a conversion from Boom.
Great fastball aerials there.
People say a lot about Pikachu Dittos, but I feel like the end game on Pika Dittos is so fun to watch. Just the creativity whenever it comes to executing your opponent off stage. It's beautiful.
I think Zero's baiting Boom with these up Bs.
Yeah. Maybe as an attempt to make Boom overcommit and set up for a counterattack. But Boom's a smart player. You see that even if he chases, he doesn't overextend himself. He's always playing outside of a range of something like an up tilt or even a back air. And they're reacting to the back air and then finding that small window to punish Zero. Zero off stage, Boom, right there with the back air. A game away from going to set point. A stock away from going to set point. Back throw. Zero. Trying to figure out some sort of way to just avoid Boom. You see, he tried there going off the stage, but what Boom did was really smart. He approached using Nair to cover the distance and make sure he had a hitbox out to at least contest. Figured he could make some sort of a trade at the very least. Oh. Great up air just to break out of the cycle that Boom was trying to throw Zero into. Neutral air. Pretty far. Oh. Zero unable to recover there.
All right, I hope we get some Falcon in here from either player.
I like it. The ditto to end things. That sounds nice. Zero actually opting, it seems. He's going to be going for the Falcon as Boom tries to weather things out and close it out with the Pikachu. Like we said time and time again, Zero, such a momentum-oriented player. The thing about those more grindy games is that it really does sap the momentum from whoever loses. It's never one of those things where if it's a grindy game and you barely lose, you're like, okay, I feel like I can do this next game. I can really win it. And so Zero right now, honestly, the way that he's playing it almost feels sluggish of sorts. He's not as consistent as we saw him earlier on in this bracket, but that could also just be the Boom factor as well. Slight mix-ups he does. Now Zero starting to wake up, starting to creep back into the set perhaps. Possibility. Nice. Getting a quick grab. Wow, I was wondering how he was going to close things off. Just
Very creative.
Yeah, especially the reverse hit there. The timing on that is so precise, but he knew that even if he got a standard hit, he would have more than likely closed the stock out.
Oh, a little early there.
Whoa! Not enough to close the stock out, but just smart from Zero. If that had converted,
that would have been early.
So Zero definitely showing that he certainly has the fight left in him. Starts to lay waste to the stock from Boom. Now Boom really tricky with the recovery there. I thought for a minute he was definitely going to be out of it, but he chose to go with an awkward angle out to make it so Zero had a tough time predicting where he'd land. And wow, Zero overcommitting on the Falcon kick. This is going to be a huge opportunity for Boom. Boom. Nice coverage on that platform.
Still feels like Zero's trying to recover, and he makes it. All right, so we're almost back to neutral now. Boom still kind of has a little bit of a stage control.
Oh, what a latch. Definitely one of the signature moves when I think about Zero's Falcon is his ability to integrate that Falcon dive as excessively as he does. And that Falcon kick is something that we've seen from time to time just as a quick mix-up. Doesn't let the opponent get that ledge for free, doesn't let them get the platform for free. Zero.
Standard.
Wow. And Boom had even predicted Zero, it seems like, going for the downer. It's just that even that DI from that position wasn't strong enough to ensure Boom would be on the stage. And now Zero, can he be a game away from tying up against one of the best players in the world?
Probably the best. I'm just going to call it.
It's just going to be this stock, but getting a stock off of this god of the game, that is a Herculean task by all means. And Boom, just the patience that he's exhibiting now. So quick, so good at creating traps for Zero to fall into.
Oh.
Is this going to be a stock?
Oh,
Absolutely is.
it's the third time we've seen Zero up B the wrong way. Might be a standard combo though.
Could be down
A
air.
little early.
Oh, boom. A
We do
rare error from one of the gods. Expecting to go for the elongated recovery to ensure he can make it back, but ends up missing the second part, and wow, boom.
Counters Kirby. So that cheer was so loud we could hear it in here. We're in a separated room. People are excited for Zero right now.
This is 2-all. Winners finals of Hitstun 5. Zero coming off of a hiatus, but looking like he hasn't really missed a beat at all.
Sharp movement from Zero here. It's kind of like a warm-up.
Zero, quite a bit of matchup, extensive history with this matchup, playing with NACL so much. But Boom is just on another level, taking that initial stock.
So it looks like the gloves have come off here. I think Boom is serious now. I think Zero is serious now.
Yeah, this is serious business. Might not be playing on keyboard with this Kirby, but it's still so scary to watch. And what Boom was doing so well in that last game was setting little traps, making it seem like Zero was safe to approach, and then essentially allowing Zero to create the noose which Boom would hang him with.
Wispy.
The wispy walk.
Get out of here.
That's a Midwest walk, man. Whenever it's you're in Chicago, it's a really windy day. Just not making any progress, man. And really, Zero not making any progress so far towards Boom's first stock, and Boom has already gotten 2.
Sears is trying to get a stranglehold on, just trying to get a grasp on the stage, and he's only getting one head at a time, it looks like.
I mean, we've seen Boom get some 4 stocks in the past at Hitstun. I believe at Hitstun 3, he had a really decisive win, I think, against Kuro whenever he was playing as Kirby. There's a strong chance that this could happen here as well. That's a shield break.
Oh my.
Oh my! 4 stock for SuPeRbOoMfAn as he coasts his way to grand finals. And man, you could feel the energy of that game completely zapped. Completely zapped whenever it came to just the vibes in the crowd. Everyone with Zero in that moment. And then it was just done.